Hey guys, and welcome back to, well, this is actually an ARC news. I don't typically do these, and I've never done one before, so just stay with me on this one. So there was a large patch, well, an update yesterday, that included the Aberration map. So if you are playing ARC Survival Ascended, it is included in the purchase of ARC Survival Ascended, as well as the Scorched Earth and the center map, not Aberration, and so on and so on. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that are included in this update and new map. Actually, today is the 6th, and it was released on 9/5 at around 3 p.m. Uh, Eastern Standard Time. That's where I'm at, Eastern Standard Time, and it was a roller coaster, okay? Because it was supposed to release on 9/4 um in the morning, and then it got turned to the afternoon, then it got turned to the evening, and then it was like, okay, well, we're going to do it the next day in the morning, and then it was next day the afternoon, and then, you know, they were a bit late. Actually, I believe it was supposed to be released at 3 p.m., but it ended up being released at around 5, I want to say. When I checked back, it was like 4:15 when I checked, and it still had not been released. But it is released now, and if you guys want to head over and update your arc, you will get the map as well. So, we have some new creatures that are here, that they have added. The Yeeling, which is a dino that we have never had. This is a brand new dino to Aberration. It was actually a community voted map. I believe it was a community created dino. Yeeling is pretty cool. This is the creature right here. It reminds me of like the Giganata Raptor. Also with, I don't know, like, what's the one from Valguero? There's a like a raptor looking dude from Valguero. I think I want to say it's like a cross between those two. But anyway, so this is a brand new Aberration dino that I do believe, and I want to say this is Aberration is the only place you'll be able to find it. So you must go to Aberration and do it. Also we have the, I'm gonna butcher this so bad, the Fasolasuchus? It's an aberrant version. So this is a dino that you can actually find um in Scorched Earth. It is a dino that hides under the ground. I think in the sand. I don't know where you're gonna find sand in the Aberration, but whatever. But there's an aberrant version of it, which is really cool. Um, yeah, so those two new dinos are added to Aberration, and of course, um, if you've played Ark Survival Evolved, you'll know of the Basilisk and the Karkanos, the snake and the big old crab boy. But I'm really excited that they're adding these new wild babies, like the Ravager and the Karkanos as babies around. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Also, the Roll Rat, that's gonna be really cute. So it's gonna be a bit interesting to have all of these as wild babies. The aberrant stuff is really cool. I like that. That they're gonna have baby versions of those. So there is a bunch of new additions, and there's a bunch of balance changes. Some of them are good, some of them are not. But yeah, there are a bunch of bug fixes. Some of us have had these bugs happen to us before, and some of us haven't. So if you see your bug fix, I'm not going to go through them all. If you guys want to come here and read it, you can go to survivetheark.com, and on their homepage, it will say forums, and this will be on the top list for PC. Also, Xbox and PlayStation got an update as well, so there are some stuff on there. But this is just for the PC version, so just beware. If you play Xbox or the PlayStation, they're probably going to be a bit different on the fixes. Here is what I'm most excited about. Now, if you don't have this DLC, you won't get this stuff. So, I'm not a fan of the paywall. I'm really not. Like that's my personal opinion. Like this is game-changing stuff. And this is these are items that should be added for everyone. I don't think it should be something that is behind a $30 paywall. Um the Zeppelin and the Cosmo and the Sir 5RM8, sure, sure. But this stuff right here, like, no, no. We already don't have like good lighting anyway, like in the game, like for decoration or anything. So like, why are you putting this behind a paywall? Like, why can't you just add in more light? Like we have a standing torch, a torch that goes on the wall, and two lamps that you can have, which are not even that great. They don't even put out that much light. And the omnidirectional one is the only one that's great, and it kind of like blooms around like in like behind the, it just looks terrible sometimes. Like you really like, it's something that you need to put in the middle of a room, and that's ugly. That's disgusting. Like you don't have anything that hangs down, you don't have anything, anything that's good. So anyway, we are actually going to go through all of this stuff. I'm going to start up a new world and a new character. Well, actually, I have already done that. I went in and I played for about 5 seconds. The game was lagging and hitching really bad. I was having a big problem. I know Bobby was playing last night and he said his art crashed about 4 times in about a 20-minute period. So, um, it is not running great. There is a big issue with the graphics card, and we both have the GeForce NVIDIA, so there's been some issues with those graphics cards. Not the graphics cards themselves, but the game, like with in combination with the graphics cards. So guys, be careful out there. I don't want you to heat up or overheat your graphics card, and that's just not good. So anyway, so we have a clock face. Oh, let's start with so Cosmo is the little spider dude. And Sir 5RM8 is the robot. He's a trusty robot voiced by Alan Tudyk, who can automate various chores such as organizing items, repairing structures, and harvesting resources, which is also, which that's really, really cool. Like that's something that is, I wouldn't say necessarily needed or like something that has to be in the game, but it's something that's going to be really cool to play with. And I wonder if you can like paint him a like whatever color you want. The Zeppelin, which is really cool. I think that is amazing. Yeah, I think that is amazing. Like to have a, a mobile airbase is really awesome. So, supposedly you're able to craft on it, like you're able to build like structures and stuff on it. We also have 3 new weapons slash tools. These are really cool. The gene scanner, a utility item for players with multiple functions, including detecting specific creatures, interacting with the gene infusion system, extracting traits, applying infusions to baby creatures, and harvesting embryos from pregnant creatures. Okay, so the gene scanner actually harvests harvests embryos from creatures that don't lay eggs. I just want to clarify that. I'm not sure if everybody knows that. The embryos are going to be in the dinos that don't actually they don't hatch. Like they don't lay eggs. So I'm not really sure what the traits thing is. Is that like, I don't really know, to be honest. Like a creature that can climb on walls, like a Thyla. Can you extract that trait and put it on something else? I don't know. Like I don't know what the trait system is. So we're gonna have to figure that out. I haven't read anything. Like the only thing I've literally read is this. And again, this is a DLC, so it's I believe it's on sale right now for $26 on Steam, but it is normally $30, I believe. So the goo gun, which fires incapacitating and bouncy blobs of organic goo. So where do we get the organic goo? I don't know. We're just gonna have to find out. A handheld time traveling teleportation device. So not only is it time traveling, it's also a teleportation device. We're gonna have to see how that works out. So, oh yeah. Let's see. We have 11 new structures, a large clock face that speeds up crafting for nearby structures, which is amazing, by the way. An embryo incubator, an incubator specifically for embryos with gene scanner capability for extracting embryos from non-laying, egg-laying creatures. Yeah, so I explained that. Creatures that don't hatch. Um, the gene storage, a storage for storing and applying traits to tames, allowing players to enhance their creatures with up to 5 abilities collected from wild creatures. So, you can't just tame something and then take its trait or copy it or however it's being done. You actually have to do it from a wild creature, which is very interesting and very rude. I mean, I guess it would be rude if it was tamed or not tamed. So, there's that. All right, moving on. The Industrial Preserving Bin, a large gasoline-powered upgrade to the preserving bin designed for fabricator-level efficiency. Okay. Okay. So I guess this would work out with, it would work out with doing the dried meats, like with the oil. But everything else, like you could literally just get a refrigerator. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. It might be very useful early on. You can get gasoline pretty easy if you know where the oil nodes are at. Okay, so library storage, a storage structure for blueberries or blueprints and notes, allowing all allied inventories within a certain radius to access and use stored blueprints. That's cool. But we have a bookcase. I guess the takeaway from this is that it's all allied inventories within a certain radius can have access to it. So if you have one upstairs, then you can access the ones from downstairs, I'm guessing, or from one building to the next. It doesn't actually tell you what like the radius is. Within a certain radius, that's the keyword, certain. Okay, so here we are. We have these steamed lights and lamps. I'm actually really excited about this because we do not have great lighting. A series of electric-powered, omnidirectional Victorian-style lights for various placements, including a tabletop plasma ball lamp for added aesthetic flair. So I imagine there's going to be more than one. It just says including, so that's just one example of what we're going to have. Link storage box, a storage box that shares its inventory with other Link storage boxes. Again, I guess that's good. Like it's good for crafting, I guess. I don't really know. Like if you have a crafting table upstairs and you have one downstairs, or you have one in two separate buildings and you have a storage bin next to it like that has metal and hide and stuff, like I guess that would be good for that. So we have the Steam Forge, a tech level forge that runs on Element. But why not call it a tech forge? Why call it a Steam Forge? It doesn't run on Steam. So there's a few things here that aren't really adding up. A tech level forge that runs on Element could have been put in the base game. Obviously, that didn't need to be put behind a paywall on that. The Steam Forge is a tech level forge that runs on Element. Guys, it's not Steam powered. Why is it called a Steam Forge? I imagine probably it looks like it's Steam, like the aesthetic of it is Steam. That's why it's called a Steam Forge, but it has nothing to do with Steam. Like, that makes no sense. So, we also have the Spotlight, which we already have in the game. But I think this one is handheld. A highly adjustable spotlight with a paintable front surface for custom designs, allowing players to create personalized signals and aim in any direction. So the bat signal. You can make the bat signal. The Tesla coil, a defensive structure that shoots arcing electricity, chaining shots to nearby enemies with multiple archetype settings. All right. Not really interested in that. Okay, a tinkering desk, a structure for combining existing item blueprints for a chance to create higher quality versions or downgrade them. Okay, so this actually is going to require item blueprints. Say you have two club blueprints. One is a primitive, and the next one is a ramshackle. When you combine them, it could create a higher level one, or it could create a ramshackle that's better, or I'm not really sure how we're gonna go on that one. So we'll see how it works out. Um, I'm poking a lot of holes in this only because I'm not a fan of the paywall thing. I did purchase it. Well, it was purchased and gifted to me. But I'm still not a fan of it. Like I think a lot of this stuff could have been added into Arc, period. Like I know they wanted to get a lot of content, like because people weren't saying there was not enough content in the first Bob's Tall Tales for Scorched Earth. So I think that they're put too much in. It's a lot. Like it's a lot of stuff they put in this, and that's not really fair for people who like can't afford to also buy the game and Bob's Tall Tales, or it's just not like feasible to do it. Um, I just don't think that's super fair. I don't know. I understand like they need to make money, and it's always about shareholders and everything, but I feel like they should have added some of this stuff to regular Arc, is what I'm saying. Okay, so we got two new structure cosmetic items or sets. We got the steampunk structure skins, a steampunk themed cosmetic skin set for furniture structures, including a table, chair, and bench. Is that all, or is there more? Say including, like for example, steampunk structure tile set, a steampunk themed structure tile set, including various pieces like ceilings, doors, walls, floors, and more, each designed with a steampunk aesthetic. I love the steampunk stuff. I am going to be playing with it a lot. I'm not really a fan of the skin stuff. I hate it. I honestly hate it. I hate this the skins thing. I tried it from Scorched Earth, and it was terrible to put on. Like it really was. Like it was very tedious. So, two new player emotes, which is the tea time and the hat tip. We will see how those look. Um, Also, we got 15 new player character cosmetics. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. The Dapper outfit set includes the hat, shirt, pants, gloves, and boots. The engineer outfit set, which includes the hat, shirt, pants, gloves, and boots. Uh, the Bray hat skin, the Boater hat skin, the Cyclist hat skin, the Steampunk hat and goggles skin, and the Steampunk goggles skin. I think they meant to separate these. Oh well. And then we got one new creature saddle cosmetic, which is the Rock Drake, which the Rock Drake is um he lives in Aberration. Yeah. Yeah, he loves it there. So, if you have Bob's Tall Tale stuff, you no longer have to go into the menu to purchase it as an engram. It should already be on your person as craftables. As far as I know, that is what they said on here. So I also want to make a note that whoever posted these patch notes, this is very confusing. So they've used the standard um for people in the US. I don't know what other countries that use this standard. Um Month, day, and then year the entire time that they have been posting updates. Eight. This is August. And then someone has like to switch it up on us, and I thought this was a typo. Like the whole thing was a typo, like it was in the wrong area. So this is actually for yesterday. Fix an issue where lighting and shadows would flicker violently. That did actually happen. It was really bad. And fix potential crash related to Cosmo, but not really Cosmo because but not really because Cosmo would never do anything wrong. Hello. Okay. That's true. Everybody knows that. Alrighty, folks. So I think that we're gonna start by showing off all the spawn points. So, these say they're easy. I actually came into the portal and there was there was a lot of bad things. Okay,
You've
so
come so far, Survivor. This place was once a vibrant ark.
all right, so here we go. When I did come into the game, there was a lot of light flickering. Um, from what I understand, their lighting system is really bad. I'm still getting a lot of light flickering. Um, like a lot, a lot. Um, oh, what happened here, guys? There's just a lot of things right now that need to be fixed, I think. Like, that looks terrible. Oh, and there's raptors. Okay, that's good. This is easy, by the way. Oh, yeah. Well, that's perfect, because we're going to the next spawn location. So I wanted to kind of show you a little bit more, of what it looks like and how beautiful it is. Let's go ahead and, uh, okay, so my game just crashed. I imagine this is probably gonna happen a lot. It's just gonna keep crashing. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the video here. Unfortunately, I really didn't want to. I wanted to show off a few things, but the map still needs to be cooked. It needs time. Like, they released it way too early. I think that they're causing a lot of problems for people trying to play the game and being excited for it, and it's just not gonna happen. I think that right now, the game is still the map, not the game, the map is still not playable. I think that it needs a lot of work and it's gonna need a few bug fixes to get this thing running. There are a ton of stuff. Like, this is, I've already said this before, but this is actually one of my favorite maps out there. Um, Aberration, Ragnarok, and Valguero are my favorite maps, and I was really excited for this map to come out because I really do love the aesthetic. I like the challenge. Um, it's not as challenging as Scorched Earth is, to be honest. And Scorched Earth was the first map to come out, but I am really disappointed that this is happening, that it's gonna constantly crash, that the lighting isn't fixed, that they can't even get the easy spawn to be correct. Like, I had the same problem on the center map. I understand there has to be carnivores, but don't label it as an easy if it's not easy. I just spawned, I had nothing, and there was 3 raptors sitting right there. Well, 2, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. If you guys liked it, go ahead and hit that like button at the bottom. And if you want to see more and you want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.